obviously there was a lot of emotion in the ground today. How did you guys kind of see that game unfold?
Oh, we were so disappointed with our performance. We played like a side that were just looking forward to having 3 or 4 months off. And we were really hoping that we'd try to finish the season on a really good note. Our form over the last 4 or 5 weeks without necessarily winning games of footy has been really, really strong, and we just let ourselves down in that space today. I thought they were more desperate than what we were, and that was evident right from the first contest of the game. Really, their endeavour to hunt the footy on the inside and then spread on the outside was first class, and that's why they're second on the ladder. Irrespective of the players that were missing today, guys that come in, experienced guys who know how to play their roles for the side, and some of the reason for them being second on the ladder is because of their talent, but some of the reason why they're second on the ladder is because of their system, and they showed that today. And full credit to them, they showed us a clean set of heels for most of the day.
Did you sense at all during the week that there might be a drop-off like this from your guys, or were you really taking?
No, we're confident we're able to put in a good performance, because our form against some really, really good sides over the last month has been first class. So that's why we're disappointed, because there was no indication either with the way that we trained or our preparation leading into the game and our strategy on how we go about it that was going to suggest that we weren't going to be really competitive in this game. But as I said, their desire to compete in the contest and then spread beyond that made it look like at different stages they had an extra couple of players on the ground. Such was their intent to get from one contest to the next, which is full credit to them.
Is that just an experience thing in terms of?
No, I think it's just a desire thing. I think they had a hell of a lot to play for. Their backs were against the wall as a side. They've been a club under duress, and for a long, long period of time they've been outstanding in that space, and they were today. And so all we can put it down to is that they were a lot harder and had a greater desire than what we did. And it just genuinely looked like they had something to play for in their season, because their season's still alive, and that we didn't. And we rallied at different stages, but we just couldn't get the game played on our terms hardly at any stage in the game. Grundy was just absolutely outstanding in the ruck. We've got to give coaching votes. I asked in the rooms after the game, can you give him 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1? He was that dominant in that phase of the game, and gave them first supply clearance, gave them territory, and that territory meant we just get smacked at inside 50s, and the damn wall's going to break when you got to concede 70 inside 50s for a game.
Does that sour the way you look back on this season a little bit, Al?
Sorry?
The performance today, does that sour a little bit?
No, not really. Well, it's a disappointing way to end, but how often do you see it in games where there's really nothing to play for, and the last game of the year just becomes... I've watched a couple of games this year and it looks like the NBA All-Stars, just no defence. And that was sort of, that sometimes there's not much that hangs on the game. It's just like, you got to be at your very, very best and you're playing top-level elite sport, and you only need to be off ever so slightly, and you just get shown up so badly. So they clearly demonstrated that their season was still alive and had something to play for today.
What do you take out of major positives that come out of this year, just reflecting on the year as a whole?
Yeah, we've won 4 more games than we did last year, so that's a positive, and we've been a hell of a lot more competitive. Today's game was disappointing. A shocker just out of the bye against Fremantle. We had a bad quarter against Geelong down at Kardinia Park, and a bad second quarter against Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. But outside of that, we've been super competitive and a lot more difficult to play against. So haven't got the time to go into all the different areas that we feel like we've got better. But we were just hoping that we'd be able to finish the season on a good note. Maybe have our 10th win and go into the off season having played 4 really, really good sides in the last 4 weeks of the season to try and get a couple of wins against those top sides. But as I said, Sydney were just far too polished, far too hard, far too disciplined. All the things that you'd like your side to be known for, that was Sydney today.
Alastair, given that, and they're without three of their superstars in Blakey, Warner and Heaney, do you think they can win the flag?
Or anything can happen in finals, and if you got a desire like they demonstrated today, then good luck anyone that takes them lightly, and the whole football world has pretty much written them off, and that's when the Sydney Swans are at their most dangerous, and they showed that today. So yeah, I'd be writing them off at your peril.
Just the growth you've seen in some of these young guys, especially this year, kind of excite you for next year too, that you're seeing these clear steps up kind of year on year?
Yeah, we're making some ground in the experience that these guys are getting, and the guidance that some of our senior guys are showing. And but we've got a hell of a lot of work to do, and yeah, we need to go to the draft again. We need to try to trade as well as we can, try to get our list better. Every side in the competition is trying to improve their list, even the sides that are going to be playing at the pointy end of the season, still hoping that they can get their list better for next year. So we're going to be in the same space, and then get to work. The players will have a spell. Don't think we've got many surgeries in our playing list, which is good. They'll have a bit of a rest and recover from the season, and then roll the sleeves up and get to work again, because we've got a lot of work to do. And it becomes even more competitive now that you've won 9 games. It's like how can you bump that up to win more next year, and give yourself a chance to be playing at the pointy end of the season in September.
It was really unfortunate to see Harry Sheasel come out with injury for this game. Do you think he could have made the difference in this performance if he was there?
Oh, listen, he's been a super player for us. That's only the 3rd game he's missed since he's debuted for the club, which is a real credit to him. And he's been a model of consistency in the way that he plays. But no, listen, the bottom line is, as a collective, we just didn't demonstrate the same desire as what Sydney had throughout the course of the game. And I don't think one player would necessarily change that, albeit we would have loved to have had him. But as you can see, if your desire is right, then it doesn't matter who's wearing the jumper for you. You can do some pretty special things, and they just played as a real unit. They got a really good system, and yeah, they were far superior to what we were today. Good on you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.